Greetings, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. You are now rocking with your girl, Dr. Dorina Shine, and you are listening to the podcast Journey of a Healed Success Stepper. In the game of life, it is very important to know what game piece you're playing, where you are on the board, and how significant you're going to win the game. Because the goal is to win the game, right? The goal is not to be the loser. Everyone wants to be the winner, right? But what happens if you have a game piece, you're a game piece on the board, and everybody's doing whatever they want to do? They're not playing the game correctly. They're not, showing you why it's important for you to stay focused on your game piece, for watching everything that they're doing wrong, right? And that's what I want to start off with saying today. The difference between regret and failure is that failure allows you to try over, get another second opportunity to play the game. Regret is just that thing that you're willy-nilly, you're walking through the path of life and you're not caring what takes place with you. You don't believe this happens. And yeah, some people can manifest that type of life and live that world and then deal with whatever happens. That's why we have so many people who are literal addicts and people who are giving up on life through depression, isolation, and grief. So with that being said, the power that exists within us helps us understand that regret will hold us at a stagnated location in our lives. Think about the latest thing you regretted. Now, if you're not doing anything to move forward from that regret, then regret is going to take over and consume you. It's going to scream its loudest at a time when you don't know what else to do. And it's going to put fear and isolation and desperation within your beingness. And then you're not going to be able to make any sense of your life. So today I want to talk about a conversation that I had. This person is from New York, and we shared a long conversation regarding figuring out what life path you're actually going on, and is this the right life path for you? So they asked the question, how do you know you're on the right path? How do you know that this destiny is going to bring you where you want to be in life? I just listened to a real unique podcast, and on the podcast they were talking about the home. There's a reason why people say I have a house, and then there's a reason why people say I have a home. A house is just something that makes you comfortable because it keeps you from the elements of the world outside. But you don't put any investment in it. You don't mature with upgrades. You don't do your big ticket item purchases and save to promote yourself that way in a house. Many people rent, and so they have no real investment in a property. But wherever your physical being is, that's your home. And that's why some people can look at life and say, I am going to upgrade this house even if this is a rental. That's what I want you to understand about figuring out if you're on the right path or not. The right path just feels good. It gives you permission to fail. Success on the right path is going to introduce you to things that you're going to be able to get out of, because it's all set as a trap, and the only way the trap can work is if you step into it. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You are rocking with your girl, Dr. Dorina Shine. I'm over here on all social media platforms as Dr. Dorina Shine, straight letters, all lowercase, no numbers, asterisks, anything. Just Dr. Dorina Shine. And over here at Dr. Dorina Shine, what we do is talk about life struggles and challenges and how we're facing them, how we're getting through them. Because it's not what happens to us, it's how we react to that action. It's not about what another person, because we will make sure that we don't put ourselves in harm's way. So back to the home. So we know success teaches us that we're on the right path when we can truly honor our knowing. When we can truly affect the way our life is going to work out, even if failure shows up. Failure will show up. You will have to I remember when I first, came back home, I had to reinstate my license. And that meant I had to retake the test. So in retaking the test, I had to do the driving test and I had to do the booklet test. And I failed it after 40 years of driving or 30 years of driving. I literally failed the test. I was appalled because the reality of it was that nothing had changed on the exam. It was the way that I perceived the questions. I had to go back and do it again. Then I had the elements fighting and working against me as well. But I made it through. I persevered. And that's the thing about failure. Failure gives you the option to retry again. Regret does not. Regret will hold you in a place that will stagnate your growth. And it'll point the finger at you and everyone else around you. And so going back to your past, if you cannot resonate with it, I think you're still in your feelings. I think you still have some growing to do. And that's okay because we're all here on a journey. It is a beautiful journey. It's a trusting journey. And I believe that we all have that opportunity to tell our story. But it's how we tell our story. We don't tell our story by abusing another person from the storyline. No, you are the main character in the storyline. So this journey is about you. It's not about anyone else. So the way that you captivate your audience, I think, is built upon the morality and the character that you possess within yourself. It has nothing to do with the other person. It has nothing to do. It just has to do with why the story is being told. And so back to the house versus the home. The home owner is going to find investment in their property. They're going to want to update things. They're going to want to put new items in different places to make it feel good because your energy, success energy, is wherever you are, wherever your physical being is, anything and everything surrounding that, including the people you meet, including the job you have, including the home you own, including the car you drive. All of that is an impacted reflection of who you are internally. It is you because you represent it. Success energy gives us the needed opportunity to be successful. So in that, there's some space. You have room to breathe. You have room to meditate. You have room to try. And you have room to challenge yourself at all levels. If you're going to be challenged anyway, why not just go ahead and challenge yourself by getting another certificate? Kind of, challenging your mind to think outside of the box of what someone else tells you. There are people who put plagues upon their lives because they're ready for it to be over. because they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, that's not my story. My challenge is that I affirm to the Most High and my success team that we are going to be successful and we're going to see this thing through. That's why I spend time, quality time, writing my ebook, quality time, getting my certification in order to be able to, be a Medicaid approved doctorate of leadership, to be able to help others or to, assist them in the way that I know my morality has taught me. Now, mind you, there is two different things about being a homeowner and just a person with the house. The person with the house more or less looks at success like this. They're going to just wing it. Whatever feels good, they're going to say whatever they need to say to get through that gratification moment. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. You are rocking with your girl, Dr. Dorina Shine, over here at Dr. Dorina Shine on all social media platforms. So thank you so much. So the ebook helps me resonate with myself now that I'm in my home, now that I am stable and, the life changes did not break me. So as the homeowner, success is like, you have to resonate with what you desire. And when you feel your energy moving and shifting and you feel anxiety and you feel uneasy when you walk into a place, that is not primarily your home. That's just a house. That's just a process, a difference, a way to be able to understand and critique why you're feeling the way you're feeling, so the lesson can be learned, so you can know how to get to the destination of the home you need, of the home you desire, of the home you expect. And some people don't expect that a home is their energy. A home is your energy. And so you're on the right path in life when it just feels right. When you don't have the drama or the chaos or all the hate and the awakenings that constantly put you in a head spin, you know that person's time has run out because they're not supposed to be there as the success measure of what failure taught you. But now they may stay there if regret continues to hold them hostage. We use energy very fluidly. And a lot of times this energy that we do use is so negative until it's hard to find the positivity out behind it. It's kind of like yesterday. Okay, we just went through the 999 portal. So that is the portal that, the universe opens up through synchronicity. Okay. And so the 999 portal, right after that, it was 9/11. And how do you take that and put it into a success home? How do you take 9/11 and put it into success regarding your location? You use the energy, you alchemize the energy, you change the energy, you shift the practice, you affirm something positive for your life. So, when I was going through, I had mentioned to the Most High, and I had said it to myself out loud. I said, I was hearing airplanes flying over, and I said, oh, that's ironic. Because the devastation of fear is that very thing that's going to make you regret whatever it is you're thinking about. So as a home idea, the right path to the success in which you're walking through, and you're going to persevere through it if you keep practicing. That's the reason why so many people are continually speaking on the level of kind of like in my situation. I talk about my past to remind me where I've come from, not to glorify it, no, not to to point the finger at someone else and not take accountability. No. But it is for me to understand that I have come through and I got some scars and some challenges that I faced to prove that I've been where I said I was. You got to have receipts. You got to have receipts in your life. And so to elevate yourself, even if you feel that education is an illusion, so is negative nothingness. That's an illusion too. Why should people choose to live in that nothingness when they can be successful? And I'm not talking about the type of success that everyone else seems to have. We are not competing with ourselves. We're not competing with our counterparts. We are not even competing with those who, have things that we desire. Okay? Because if we've been there and done that, we have the opportunity to create it for ourselves regardless. So why get envious and upset and jealous of a person who just had a better team to put things together for them? No, when you realize you've walked into your home, the energy shifts. You feel, that's why it's so good. Like, oh, I can't wait to get home, But the home is not the energy. You are the energy. And so the frequency of this energy is going to create a balance, a peace. But if you're not walking in your path, it's going to feel unusual. It's going to feel edgy. It's going to feel incomplete. So I know I'm on the right path when things feel perfect. I'm not sitting here trying to, compete with another person. I'm just doing Dr. Dorina Shine. That's what I'm doing. Because I've earned and I deserve and you earned. And so that's what this podcast is about today. How to practice the mindset of succeeding through the challenges that you encounter, that you know is real, that you know exists because you've experienced it. And that is a very powerful place to be. So if you like this video, there are other videos out there. I think I have over 200 of them. You can join me over on YouTube at Dr. Dorina Shine. Please hit the subscribe button so you will be notified every time I do an uploaded video. Also here on Facebook Live, I am here. I am promoting our Universal Leadership course, which meets you where you are. Universally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, educationally, and take you from that point and catapult you along with your practice and your process of making your house a home. Also, we have the Emotional Healing Solutions Recovery-Based Program where we talk and discuss how we get through our emotions, how we use the energies around us in order to manifest in a productive way to get the results we want and need. And I am getting certified right now. I'm going through a certified training for mental health and substance abuse recovery-based programming. And so that is just going to empower me to do even more on this platform, Dr. Dorina Shine. And also we have our Scales to Success LLC, Business Development Services, a consultation service if you are looking to go into business for yourself, your second chance, and you have an F on your chest. See, I had an F on my chest, and that meant that I had to follow my heart. That meant that I had to persevere through whatever challenges made me what I had become for that moment to get me into who I am today. And that's where the ebook is coming out so wonderful. I'm on chapter 4, I think, right now. And it's all talking about the the movement forward, the success into who you're going to become, regardless of who wants to judge you, regardless of who wants to put that stint of regret in your life so they can hold you back. But when you realize that you failed, that failing is also a retry. You get a second chance. And that's what I'm so grateful for, universally, spiritually, financially, abundantly, mentally. You know, all of those things are giving us the modules, if you will, to continue to move in a precise way to whereas we know that we know we are on the right path. So with that, you can email me if you would like a one-on-one. You can also email me if you would like seminar-based. I can touch down in your town and we can do a good hoopla and have fun and talk about success and talk about the energy vibration of where you are in your career and where you are in your organization or small business. And we do also virtual online courses as well. And I'm just super elated. I'm super elated that when people can't feel the energy, they shift. They tell on themselves. They look a certain way. They talk a certain way. They act a certain way. So discernment is a very big component to how all of this is coming together over here at Dr. Dorina Shine. And so you can be your own investment in you as well. Some people like to keep you down in order for them to be employed or to be contracted. But sometimes, you know, it just feels right. And you know that that person is genuine and real when they tell you, hey, listen, I have some information for you, but it's up to you to hold on to the information. When you can do that, you are on the right path. So that's my answer to how does one know that they're on their true right path. And it just helps you grow. It helps you become your better version. So with that, we thank you so much. And we thank all those who have popped on to this live. And we really, really appreciate you. If you can hashtag Dr. Dorina Shine on Google, you'll find my business services. And everything is just coming together for me. And so on all platforms. Okay? All right. God bless you. And we'll see you next time.